Focus on the critical thinking. If you want to go to the critical thinking towards the aspect of having more freedom, then unfortunately you have to go above nursing. So that's usually your NPs, your PAs, or med schools, or the midwives. That's where they have more autonomy. The autonomy gives them the freedom to basically work and have more of an impact on the patient. If that sounds like that's something that you want to do, you may have to basically go the extra mile so you can basically look good for these schools, so they can choose you, so you can basically go from there. Hello, my name is Jeremy. I'm a paramedic and current nursing student, and welcome to Real Truth. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. We upload on Sundays and Wednesdays, and let's go ahead and get started. So, do straight A's matter? I'm going to say it depends. It depends on, do you want to go to grad school? Do you want to just work and have your BSN? Or do you want to have your DNP? So if you want to basically just make your money and basically go from there and have a work-life balance, then you might want to go with the ADN or BSN route. So in that aspect, grades really don't matter. Just pass and go from there. But at the same time, if you focus on just getting the bare minimum, you run the risk of basically not reaching the standard in the aspect of passing above the standard, so come NCLEX time getting your license. So at that, if you're looking at it from that perspective, shooting for the A is not going to necessarily be bad. If we're talking about going toward the grad school aspect, here's what we're going to do. We're going to basically focus on recording the lectures. We're going to focus on going after the PowerPoint. We're going to refer to basically tutoring if you don't get it. We're going to basically speak with other classmates to basically get a perspective that you're probably not even getting, because mental blocks happen. Burnout happens. So from that aspect, yes and no. I would say shoot for the A. If you don't get the A, it's not the end of the world as long as you're passing. As long as you're passing, you still have a shot to basically get that license and work from there. Here's where I don't want to give the impression. I don't want to give the impression that like A's don't matter and then you don't set a standard, and then when you try to get the bare minimum, you go below it. That's not exactly what I'm saying. If you go for A's all the time, even if you don't shoot and get like an A, you still reach the standard and still able to get your license. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you got an A in nursing school or a B minus or B plus, the bare minimum. Basically, at the end of the day, if you get your license, you're still able to work, you still make an income, you're still better in your life. So you got to focus on that. It depends on what you want to go for after that. So if your lifelong dream is to always be in the best site and then also focus on the nurse and work on different specialties, that's all you really need. You don't need to push forward. But if you have the mindset of basically being a provider, you have a mindset of basically being a midwife, you have the mindset of being a CRNA, you may have to push that extra mile. And it's not just that. To get to the clinical setting, it's going to be rough. Even from, I'm speaking from a from a paramedic perspective. From the paramedic perspective, you have the classroom and then you have the lifelong experience. The classroom basically lets you know, hey, yeah, this is the dosage, this is what you push. And then the actual lifestyle aspect of it, the lifestyle aspect is like, okay, the patient is like having shortness of breath, or the patient is basically being unresponsive. Now you got to basically find out how to fix it. So my point with that is, you gotta focus on the critical thinking. If you want to go to the critical thinking towards the aspect of having more freedom, then unfortunately you have to go above nursing. So that's usually your NPs, your PAs, or med schools, or the midwives. That's where they have more autonomy. The autonomy gives them the freedom to basically work and have more of an impact on the patient. If that sounds like that's something that you want to do, you may have to basically go the extra mile so you can basically look good for these schools, so they can choose you, so you can basically go from there. Now, if you are focused on doing the right things like recording lectures, you're basically listening to all the professor's advice, you're going towards having one-on-one meetings, and it's still not going right there, just take it a day at a time. There hasn't been a single person that I've run across in nursing school that has not failed at least one exam during a time span. The thing about this is it's a law of averages, it's a numbers game. Even if you fail one exam, you can still do the law average and still actually get a high enough grade to actually get that A or B and still pass the course. Do not give up based off of one exam. You fail exam, okay, it is what it is. You can't change the grade. Work on the next one. If you fail the course, it is what it is. Do what you need to recover. Basically, come back and then realize and don't repeat the same mistake. Take every single experience as a learning experience so you can basically come back and learn from it. That's all I gotta say. I've literally seen people come back from failing a course and actually becoming a lot stronger of a student and realizing that, hey, yeah, this is what I did wrong. I'm not gonna repeat that mistake. I'm gonna know this information more. As long as you have the mindset, you're good to go. So that was a quick video right there, quick thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe, and continue conversation about this. What are your tips and tricks on basically the aspect of trying to maintain that A? What are your thoughts if it really even matters? And see you in the next video. Later.